What's up, everybody? It is Seawell back here with another video, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different. Right here in front of us, we have a tier list, and this is one that I made, and I'm going to be ranking different motorsports. We got 39 of them here pictured, and I'm going to be going through each one of them, giving you my thoughts on each one of them, ranking them from best to worst. So, this is going to be a fun video. I'm looking forward to it, and let's go ahead and get right started with monster trucks. So, monster trucks I liked more when I was a kid. I used to watch a lot of the Monster Jam DVDs when I was younger. Still very entertaining, and I think that it's a very fun motorsport. It is. I'm sure it costs a lot of money, but I'm gonna say monster trucks. I'm gonna put them in great for now. We may change that later as the video goes along. Next up, we got NASCAR. Well, I could have put stock car racing in here as an addition to NASCAR, but I'm just going to put NASCAR in one category. Y'all know my thoughts on NASCAR. I think it's the greatest. I'm putting it in GOATed. And I know people may have different opinions on that, and that's okay. Let me know your thoughts down below as we go along. All right, this next one is Formula E. Now, I don't dislike Formula racing, but Formula E is just not. I've never been a fan of it. The cars don't sound good at all. The racing's mid. I'm gonna put it in overrated. Next up, we got Formula 3. So for Formula 3, I would say it's had some exciting races over the years, but I've never watched it as much as like other people have. I've never really paid much attention to the sport, so I'm gonna put them in average. Next up, we got Formula 2. Formula 2 is my same opinion on that as Formula 3. Now, Formula 1, this is very controversial because I know a lot of people that like Formula One, and if they see this and I put them in overrated, they're gonna blow their lids. So, I don't know. My thing is Formula One. I feel like was better back in the day. I mean, back in like the '90s, early 2000s, even the '80s. I thought Formula One was really good. Just from footage I've watched. I know it's a dangerous sport, still one of the most dangerous sports, and it takes a lot of skill and it takes a lot of talent to be in Formula One. But just nowadays, Formula One has not been that good. Like the last couple of seasons have not been good. I've not enjoyed it. I only watch maybe 2 races a year of Formula One, so I'm gonna put them. If we're talking like the '80s through the early 2000s, I'm putting it in great, but because I'm gonna put it in over. No, I'd say it's better than Formula 2 and 3, so I'm gonna put it here. Next up, we got drag racing. Now, this isn't the NHRA, which we'll get into a little bit. This is normal, like regular drag racing. I think I've been to many different shows over the years. I think that it's a great sport. Not better than monster trucks, but it's very entertaining to say the least. Next up, we got boat racing. Boat racing, I didn't know this as much when I was younger, but as I've gotten older, boat racing is very dangerous, and it's definitely interesting to look at. They don't televise it as much as I wish, but you know what? I'm gonna put it in average. Next up we got motorbike racing. I'm pretty sure this is the Isle of this picture's from the Isle of Man TTO. I forgot what track it's called, but we got the super bikes right here. This is like the level below them, I believe. So it's they are very fast and very talented, and it would scare me because I've had family members that drove motorcycles, and I know a lot of people that have been in wrecks in motorcycles. So but that aside, I'm talking about the sport of it. It's very entertaining to watch. It's just very awful to see people wreck on those things. I'm gonna put them. Would I put them above Formula One or not? That's the tough questions, whether to put them above them or not. Um, you know what? I'm gonna put them here for now. Next up, we got desert racing, safari racing. I think, well, with the endurance racing, it's very tough, and through some of the conditions that these guys have to race in is crazy. But you know what? I've never really watched as much as some others, so I can't have a full opinion on it. But I'm gonna thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Um, I'll put it right here for now. As you notice, I actually had multiple pictures of the Formula car, so I do apologize for that. But if you I made this template so y'all could go make your own rankings on this if you want to. Feel free to do that. I'd be interested in hearing y'all's thoughts. Also comment down below. It'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on it. This is the super bikes I was talking about. I'm gonna put them in goaded, and here's my explanation why. I kind of talked about this with the other bikes, but these guys are fearless, and I feel like it's underrated in a way. I know it's a little bit of a stretch to put it in goated, but I just enjoy watching it. So I'm gonna next up we got dirt bike riding as we got another notification here. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. I hope y'all are having a great Wednesday. Uh we got dirt bike racing. Um, you know, they are very talented too, and a lot of the hills they have to go on are insane. The bumps, it's very tough, and when you wreck, it hurts. Just like any other motorsport or most motorsports. But I'm gonna put them in average. I'm gonna no, I'm gonna put them here. Yeah, that seems fair. All right, rally car racing. Now, this is in my opinion, rally car racing. I know it's a little this going to shock people, but I think rally car racing is the most dangerous sport in the world. I mean, just I've seen so many accidents of rally car racing, and it's very dangerous, but it's very exciting. These guys put their life on the line. They're super fast and very talented. I mean, they're goated in my opinion. I'm putting them I don't know if I'd put them in front of NASCAR or not. I mean, my bias is NASCAR in front of it, but I'm gonna put them there for that's what I'm gonna go with. All right, next we got street stock racing. Street stocks are very fun to play on iRacing. I've done that a couple times. They can be fun to watch in person. Some tracks they wreck more than others, and it's nothing too expensive compared to other ones that we've gone through or are going through in this video. I'm gonna put them in average about here, down here. All right, this is. Let me make sure I get this right. Yeah, this is dirt late model racing. I've for those that don't know, I work at Dirt Vision, and I worked a lot of the late model races last year, and man, late model racing is fun, and I've always enjoyed it. They're my favorite dirt track racing series. I love late models. I've always liked them ever since I was a kid. Um, they're super fast. It takes a lot of skill. I've heard a lot of different things about the cars. I'd love to drive one day. I know it's probably not going to happen, but it'd be cool to drive one day. Um, they are very fun to watch as well. Always do great turnouts. I'm gonna put them in goaded. I'm gonna put them right there. All right, next up, I believe this is paved racing late models is what I put next. I like dirt late model racing more than paved, and I kind of explained why. I've been to many late model races like on paved tracks, and I haven't enjoyed it as much. And I haven't like of races I've covered too. Like I've covered late model racing on dirt and pavement, and I've enjoyed dirt more, even though it's dirt. You get full of dirt, and it's harder to take pictures on dirt. in dirt racing than paved racing. But um, I'm gonna say I'm gonna put them in. Dude, this is tough. I'm gonna put them here. I'll put them there. All right, NHRA. Now this is including most other drag racings like involved in it, except for the bike drag racing. That's right here. So NHRA, it is fun to watch. I've always enjoyed NHRA. Um, I mean, they're just goated. I mean, it's hard to not put them anywhere else. Um, I'm glad. I mean, they're still very popular, and I know they're not as popular in other parts of the world, but in the U.S. it's a big deal, and different. They have different divisions, um, very talented drivers, and oh man, it is crazy how fast they go too, like 300 miles per hour. It's insane. So I'm gonna put them here. Next up, we got bike drag racing. I haven't watched this as much as others, but very, very skilled to do. I'm going to put them right there. Next up, we got micro racing. I thought it was midget cars for a second. Then I remembered, oh, it's micro. So the picture is credited to Motor Speedway, and the drivers Gavin Bochelle in this picture. The Extreme Outlaw Midget Series or micros. They're either one. I'm just going to include both of them in the same class because why not? I'm going to say. I think this is. I had micros as the picture there, but I want to say for these guys, they're great, but I want to put them here. It's a little biased because of my job, but there. All right, street racing. I do not encourage street racing, and there's a lot of stuff going on with takeovers and stuff like that. But I just thought I'd give my 2 cents on this. Keep the racing at the racetracks. I can't say this enough. I've seen too many accidents happen with street racing. I mean, it happens all the time up in North Carolina. It's just not safe. I mean, it's okay if it's on a drag strip, but in the middle of the street, no. And I'm going to put it in overrated, do not street race. All right. Next up, I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember what class this is. I may have actually put like 2 paved late models in here. So I'm going to skip that one for now. This next one is, I want to say it's UMP modifieds, and then we got dirt car modified. So basically same thing. So I'm just going to use one of these pictures. I'm going to say, it's very fun to watch sometimes, but you know, on long green flag runs, like they just pull away from each other and it's hard to pass. But regardless, it takes a lot of skill. I'm gonna, I don't know where I should put these guys. I'm gonna put them here. All right. These next cars are legend cars. I love legend racing. I love legend cars. They are very fun to watch. I mean, I worked the races for. Whoa, that broke. I work races at Beaver Dam Raceway. I'm not at the track, but in the studio, and these legends always put on a great show. And any races, like they have the U.S. Legend cars, those are fun. I think it's great, and it's a good way to get started in racing as well. I'm gonna put them up here, not in front of monster trucks, but right behind them. This next one is climbing racing. I didn't know really how to describe it, but basically these guys are climbing. The cars that climb up hills and stuff, very, very dangerous at times, but you know, they're not bad. I mean, they're average in my opinion. I mean, it could be better, but I just haven't watched as much, so I can't really form a good opinion on it. I'm gonna put it here. This next one is Run What You Brung. I know this is a interesting category. This is basically racing where you bring your own car or bring your own equipment. And it's just random. So those are always fun to watch. I see plenty of these videos on YouTube all the time. I think I don't know if I would say they're above Formula One, but they're very interesting and sometimes very chaotic. Entertainment scale, they're up here. Racing wise, right there. Next up, we got supercars. Now these are the cars that race at like Laguna Seca, I believe, and tracks like that. So it's very tough for me to choose because I mean they also race on street courses. They are very entertaining at times, but uh, I'm also going to include IMSA in this category just because I forgot to put them in here. I'm going to include IMSA in this. Um, so I should have put an IMSA picture in here. I do apologize for that, but I'm going to include this as IMSA, and if that's the case, I'm going to put them up here in great. I don't think they're quite goated, but they're up there. No, actually, I take that back. I enjoy watching these type of cars race. I mean, I love the Le Mans. I love the 24-hour races, endurance races. Um, the Nürburgring, that's a fun track. These guys always put on fun shows. I mean, there's a Laguna Seca is a fun track. Virginia International Raceway. Uh, I think they run at Road America too. So I'm gonna put them right here. All right, this next one is plane racing. I just thought I'd kind of throw this one in here. Um, I don't know as much about it, so I can't formulate a great opinion on it. But it's definitely very interesting at times. I think it's you don't want to have a bunch of crowds underneath these things when they fly because I've seen some crazy stuff with these things. I'm gonna put them here for now. All right, next up I'm going to go from 305, 360 to 410 sprint cars. So 305 sprint cars, I haven't worked as many races with 305s, but there's a great way to learn. It's a great way to move the stepping stone into the bigger block sprint cars like the 410s and 360s. Um, Sprint cars are always fun to watch. I love sprint car racing. Um, I don't know if I'd say I've been starting to like it almost more than late models recently, but that's mainly just because I've been working more sprint shows this year, like sprint car racing shows at different tracks like Jacksonville, and I've worked Williams Grove a couple times the past couple years on broadcast for Division. Yeah, tracks like that, Knoxville. So Knoxville mainly has 360s as well. They just finished the 360 Knoxville Nationals, and that was absolutely insane. Brian Brown barely beat Aaron Reitzel at the line to win that, but that was incredible. But back to 305 sprint cars, I'm going to put them in great. I'm going to put them right there. All right. Now I'm going to put them here. Behind these. No, behind. There we go. 305s, 360s, what am I saying? 360 sprint cars. I'm going to put them a little bit in front of the 305s. I'm going to put them about here. And then 410 sprint cars. Man, they're above them for sure. They're in the GOAT category for me. It's kind of hard to decide where to put them, but I'm going to put them here for now, and I'm going to move. My bias to me is going to move late models here. Okay. I'm actually going to move these up a little bit. Yeah, that's how I feel. Next up, we got Super Dirt Car Series. Some of these pictures I've put in here were taken by me. That one was, and this one was. This picture's of Max McLaughlin at the World Finals last year. And Super Dirt Car Series, they are very entertaining. I encourage watching them as well as other dirt track racing events. Um, you know, with them, the only thing that I don't understand, and I may have someone like talk to me about this or explain this to me later, but I don't understand why they only race up north. And it may be because that's where most of the drivers are, and that's where most of those tracks they race on are. But they mainly just always race up north. I don't understand why they don't race like farther south or more towards the west. They run a lot in New York and Canada. These type of cars. So you know, I don't know if I'd say I enjoy them more than Legends, but they're in the great category for sure. I'm gonna put them here. All right, we got two more. We got micros and we got uh drifting. So micro racing, I wouldn't say it's better than the Extreme Outlaw Midget Series. But I love micros as well. You know, they're very fun to watch. You could there. It takes a lot of skill to drive these type of cars, including the sprints. Uh, I'm gonna say I'm gonna put them right here. And then for drifting, having firsthand been in a drifting competition before, being inside of one of these, um, I love the sport of drifting. It's just so cool. Sometimes it gets out of hand when you don't drift at racetracks. You drift on the street. People, as I said before, do not street race and do not drift in the middle of the streets. There's this video. I don't know if I could pull it up or not, but there's this video I saw on Instagram the other day where it was literally right near where I live, like literally like less than a mile away. There was this guy that just started doing burnouts in the middle of a four-way stoplight, in the middle of the road, just drifting out of nowhere, like, and he kept going for like 20 seconds. Like, it's just stupid. Um, but I'm gonna say drifting is great. Um, but that's tough where to put it. I'm gonna entertainment level, it's up and goaded. Um, Overall, here, in my opinion. So this is my list. I have NASCAR, rally car racing, NHRA, dirt late models, 410 sprint cars, IMSA and supercar racing, and the super bikes and goaded, and then great. I have dirt bikes. Another figure of not dirt, bike racing, monster trucks, legends, super dirt car, extreme, uh, drag racing, drifting, 360s, drag racing, paved late models, uh, modifieds, the UMP modifieds, and then the micros and the 305s. So we got Formula One. I know people are going to give me a lot of. People are probably going to be spamming my DMs about that one. Formula One and average, uh, desert racing, off road racing, and average boat racing. Uh, basically bring what you run what you brung. Um, Climbing racing, Formula 2, plane racing, Formula 3, street stocks, Formula E, and street racing. So that's going to do it for this tier list video. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and let me know your thoughts down below. Also, feel free to use this template I made on tierlist.com. And if you haven't yet, go follow me on Instagram, cwilyt, and Twitter, cwilyt as well. You see all my social medias in the description below. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and until next time, I am out.